How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. We have to cover SafeMoon, give you the SafeMoon update today because there's huge news on their audit. And I'll show you it here in a second. Before we do that, I want to say thank you for everyone that watches these videos. I really like making these videos every single day or every couple days on SafeMoon. It's a really interesting token to cover. Now, with that being said, if you guys want to support the channel and push this video out to more people, you can hit that like button. For some reason, the likes on these SafeMoon videos are significantly lower than what they are on all my other videos for the views. So support if you guys want, and you can hit that like button. Also, there is a button down there called the subscribe button if you guys want to join the channel and see more of these updates. Now, recently I've talked about a couple different stocks too on this channel that have done really well. Like the two big stocks that I've been talking about recently that I've actually added positions in. One is Muds, and I bought under $11. So I've done a couple of videos on that. If you guys want to know exactly when I buy and sell these stocks, you can check out the link down below to Patreon. I got in around $11, sold half of it at 15, held the other half, and now we're up significantly from there. The other one that I talked about earlier today and also last Friday is Voyager stock, and that kind of plays into something that's going on with SafeMoon today and Voyager. So Voyager is up from about $20 when I doubled my position last Friday. Voyager itself just had their next month's update, and they talked about how they're going to be adding more altcoins because they see a huge amount of trading volume. I'll be really interested to see if they add SafeMoon because SafeMoon is so aggressive in adding more people or adding more exchanges and stuff like that. So I'll be really interested because this might be one of the most accessible platforms then for us to buy SafeMoon on. With that being said, there is a link down there to Voyager in case you want $25 worth of Bitcoin. All you have to do is actually trade with $100 on their platform, or you can check out the link down below to BlockFi. You can put Ethereum and Bitcoin on there along with GUSD, which is a stablecoin. You can get up to 10% on your stablecoin. So I'm actually coming out with a really good video, I think, from an ARK Invest analyst on Ethereum, and he talks about stablecoin on there too. So just want to throw out there is a link down there to BlockFi. They give you a bonus up to $250 of Bitcoin. But let's take a look at SafeMoon's chart right now. So they're up over the last day. Now, we saw a massive sell-off recently. We went down pretty significantly and actually came up pretty nicely from there. And we'll cover the whales here in a second, but we had a lot of whales selling. You can see this increase in volume very quickly. So we were at about 34 million. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it goes up into the 60s, the 70s, the 100s, 110 million worth of volume. And then it drops off a little bit and we actually start to recover. They actually have talked about this a lot, right? With tokenomics, you actually get rewarded in terms of tokens when other people are selling. So you can look at this chart all day long, but if it goes up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and then up, and then it stays at the same level, you actually came out better because there are people that sold. You get some of their tokens. So even if we just return to old levels, everyone that's holding onto this coin or this token will make money. So it's really interesting when you think about it from that perspective. Now, we will cover the whale watching here in a second, but I want to cover some stuff that they've talked about recently. So they had their SafeMoon AMA just yesterday, and I watched the whole thing today. I think it was really well done. They were very professional again. They came in their suits or blazers and, dress pants and everything like that. Basically, they were talking about their SafeMoon wallet. So I think it's great. They already raised that $1 million, and right away, they already had some info for us on it. They already had, maybe not a prototype, but they had this video kind of explaining what it is, and I'll play it here for you. I think it's pretty interesting, and maybe you've seen it already before. I'm not going to play the music or anything like that, but maybe you've seen it before. It looks very user-friendly. You can see it almost looks kind of like Robinhood or like SoFi or something like that. It looks very professional. Now, they went over it pretty in-depth in their AMA on Twitch, so you guys can check that out if you want to go over that a little bit more. They also talk about how they integrate a calculator right into it, so it's really easy to use. They have saved payees. You can change their names and stuff like that, so you're not always wondering, who it is and having to type in their information. You can actually have 1 minute after you go to send your crypto, where you can actually recall it. So that's something that's really nice. You know, if you've ever seen that on some email, you can actually do that for about 5 seconds. Like you hit the send button and you're like, oh crap, I forgot to put a subject line or something. You can pull it back for about 5 seconds, but they're going to do that with crypto for about 1 minute. So that's pretty nice that they actually have that feature in here just in case you ever feel like you messed up and you sent it to the wrong address. Obviously, you need to be very careful with crypto. Now, they also are coming out with dark mode. They made a post about that. But the really interesting thing has been just in the last hour or so, they are CertTech approved. They were audited by CertTech, and they have now been approved from this audit. I know they've talked about it for a while. Now, this getting approved is actually pretty important. So this is actually on Investor Place as of an hour ago. It's about CertTech, the firm that's leading the SafeMoon audit. The company conducts security audits for blockchain protocols, wallets, and smart contracts. It has partnerships with blockchain players like Binance, Huobi, International Business Machines, or IBM. While a CertTech audit can reveal exploits and other security weaknesses to blockchain outfits, they do not fix any of these issues. They're basically just making sure that there aren't any security holes in the company. They find these types of security holes and offer advice. Over 500 blockchain companies have partnered, including PancakeSwap, 1inch, and Tether. So this is really awesome that they got this audit passed. I mean, this is just great for any new investors that are really considering investing in it, because there are a lot of people that are talking about this being a scam still. Usually though, they don't talk about whether it's a scam from like, are they actually taking people's money? They talk about it as, hey, the whole concept is kind of a Ponzi scheme. They often misuse Ponzi schemes. So Ponzi scheme is where they actually take money out and they actually take it out and use it for themselves, and then it's just not actually there. However, a lot of the time they'll say Ponzi scheme and they'll go into how it's actually a pyramid scheme. I've seen that a couple times on different articles where they describe a pyramid scheme where people that have been around for a much longer time, they benefit more. But that is very different from a pyramid scheme where you get rewarded for how much you hold in this and for people selling. It doesn't really reward you if you bought a long time ago and you bought just a little bit. I mean, sure, it rewards you, but anyone that comes in today can be rewarded just as much as someone that was in a month ago. You've just been in a little bit later and you didn't get some of the tokenomics from before this. But it's not like you're an inherent disadvantage for coming in today, which I think is the important thing to think about. And now we have to go on to their whale watching. So we had a massive dump from the whales. If you don't know this is on Reddit. They do this every single day. This anonymous person goes in and takes a look at the top wallets. What's really important in here is that they have seen a lot of whale selling since he started actually covering this. He says about half of what they owned is actually there from when he actually started this about 34 days ago. So as time goes on, these whales are selling off more. It makes sense, right? I mean, there's large fluctuations in price. Maybe they don't want to hold hundreds of millions of dollars worth of this coin or tens of millions. So they're selling, but that actually rewards everyone else. And as less and less whales are invested in this, it's going to become more and more difficult for them to invest in it as time goes on because of the price. And it should even out the price. We won't see large fluctuations like this. Hopefully we won't see $30 million worth of tokens actually being sold here within a few hours. So hopefully as time goes on, we kind of even out, we get out of some of these whale positions and we spread the wealth, especially if, like I said earlier in the video, if companies like Voyager actually allow them to be traded on their platform. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see where they go from here. They've talked a little bit, or they teased a little bit about Operation Phoenix. Now, I've actually talked about that in a previous video, and I've talked about how to become a SafeMoon millionaire. I'll put both of those up on the end screen. So it's going to be really interesting to see what that is. Now, they said that they're going to talk about it here in the next couple of weeks. So I can't wait for that. I'll definitely make a video as soon as possible when I see that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know how you feel about SafeMoon down below. Thank you for hitting the like button to push this to more people and checking out the link down below to BlockFi and to Voyager. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.